Hi, friends. Woo! Sorry. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an unboxing of some really exciting handmade wares from Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. These are things that I ordered over the past few weeks, and there's also one of Heidi's amazing creations in here. I actually have a second order that I got previously. Sorry, very crinkly. That I'll show as well. But I've already been through that. So let's look through this one first. If you are not familiar with Jacqueline, or you can call her Jay, she is Lovely's Crafting Lodge on YouTube, and she has her own website where she sells a lot of this stuff as well. But she does live sales every Friday on YouTube at, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern. However, she's taking a couple weeks off, so the 17th is the date of her next show. So I'm going to link her below, so follow her and hit the bell so you get notified when her next sale is. Also, it's a pretty mellow, like no hassle sale. You can just come in and chat with us and not buy anything, and just look and see how things go if you like, and just come on over and hang out. So I'm going to find the opening. Why is this difficult today? Sorry, so much crinkling. So much crinkling and so much crinkled seam binding. Okay. Oh, something in here smells really good. So Jacqueline does paper dyeing and ephemera dyeing with regular household dyes, but she also does some eco dyeing and some like coffee and tea dyeing. I can smell the chai that's in here somewhere. It smells delicious. And she always will let you know in case, you don't like a certain smell, then you don't have to get a bunch of coffee paper. But let's look through here. So this is just a fabric ruffle, but it is made of sunflower fabric. So this is going to be great on one of my earth journals. Really excited about that. And then I got some crinkled seam binding. I've got this lilac color. I'm not sure what the color names are. Also, I think what's really important about her sales is that her prices are super, they're inexpensive. They are fair, and especially when you get, some hand-dyed seam binding and or some hand-dyed paper, the prices are great, and you can craft on a budget if you buy from her. So here is some green. I'm not sure if this is cheesecloth. Sorry if I don't describe things quite correctly. And here's some coffee dyed, 1/2-inch seam binding. I don't use a lot of seam binding because I'm obsessed with twill tape right now, but I definitely like it. And this is just some, I keep saying just, but I don't mean just. This is some braided, what is this? Embossing floss. Embossing? Not embossing. Embroidery? Sorry, my brain's still a little foggy. So I did grab some of these little sewn dudes. She does sewing in different stitches on different papers, so it's really fun. Now I can put these into one of my junk journals and people will think that I sew. But I thought that these would also be good in one of my earth journals. My earth journals. Very cute. Number 10 tags, the jumbos. I'm not sure what color this is. I'm not sure if it's coming across, but it's like a reddish brown color. I wish I knew the names of the colors. I mean, it's probably on the invoice, but beautiful. Then I grabbed, let's go through this real quick. This is from Jacqueline. She does not giveaways, but freebies a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Is that even grammatically correct? Often. She often does freebies in your orders. And so this one, she's the queen of boho beads right now, and she's been making these beads that are really fun. She's using shindy fabric and sometimes book pages, and they are super boho. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for that. She's also selling boho bead kits, but she's also selling just the refills, which are the looped wire through the base. So I don't have a looper and thought that this was the part of the process that I probably wouldn't enjoy. So I just got a bag of those. She sells them, I think, 10 in a bag. So I'll be practicing some how to boho. Next, I have this piece, which is Heidi's. Heidi, I'm so sorry. I'm going to link Heidi below as well. She is one of the vendors on Jacqueline's, during Jacqueline's sales, and she makes just amazing pieces. So this is a Heidi Robbins Crafty Creations. Thanks, Heidi. Look at the little birdie. But this comes off of this backing. That's a tag, but it's just a layered embellishment. It's got an owl and this fancy lady. It's got lace and fabric, so much texture, this fancy lady. And I really love it and going to use it for some inspiration. It's a little different than anything I make, so I love to get different stuff to kind of inspire me. Jacqueline also had some Miffy papers, and my sister-in-law likes Miffys, so I grabbed a few of those for her. Oh, and Pusheen. Who doesn't like Pusheen? So I got some of those. It's definitely a great way to get like a large variety of different colors and types of things that are inexpensive. And you know, I'm not going to buy a whole pad of these, or I don't know, a whole book of these, but I definitely love this and just bought a few. So we have some small tags. I think these are scarlet. Sometimes she will add in some of her offcuts from her projects for free. So if you're in her sale, she'll say, "Who'd like a pinch?" And I'll say, "Pinch me" in the chat, and she'll just give you a few of her offcuts, and it's amazing. There's some other dyed. I'm not sure. This looks like it's got some brown here. I really like the way that that kind of morphs into the blue. So now we have some cards. These have a pearlescent frame around the one side, and they're dyed in blue. I think I have a few different colors of this. So there's that. Oh, this is fabulous. It's pink paper with like a purple, or maybe it's a blue. But a few pages of this, and these are kind of just wicked from the sides. They look very organic and natural, and that's why I like them a lot. Oh, here's another one of Heidi's. is pretty fantastic. Some sewing. I love the kind of juxtaposition of fancy lace with the burlap. It's pretty cool. Again, that's Heidi Robbins Crafty Creations. See, I know now. I remember. So more Miffy pages for my sister-in-law. I might see her today too, so. This one is a postie. This one, she's gonna love them. And then some other note pages. These ones are large enough that I might sew them in as a page in a journal. Always thinking about the earth journals. Earth journals are, I mean, I know that we all call journals certain things and we're all different styles or different, you know, different ideas. When I do earth journals, there are a lot of not only botanical, but a lot of birds and a lot of bugs. So, and maybe mushrooms. Here's another Miffy page. Oh, these are napkins. Look at how fantastic this napkin is. I am so excited to work with this. And it's large too. Beautiful. So I might, this is large enough that I might just decoupage the whole thing and use it as bases for tags. Whoops. I got 2 of those. Here we have some cheesecloth. Where do you get cheesecloth that is so woven so tightly? This must be like a fancy brand, a fancy gauge. I love this color, especially next to this color. This is lace. And again, she'll do things like $1 a yard for hand-dyed lace. And then sometimes she has it so that she can do like instead of cutting yards down, having cut yards down, she can do like a full length of it if you want like 3 yards. Sometimes she has it so that she can just cut one length. This was made by her daughter, and it is embroidered and it says Bloom. She had a few different ones of this, a few different fabrics and a few different words. So I really liked this one. It's like this is like a gray purple almost. It's fabulous. I can't decide yet what I'm going to do with that. Here's another sewn pocket made out of book page. This is not a pocket, but it's gorgeous. From Earth Journals. This is tea-dyed cheesecloth, looks like. Tea or coffee. Lovely. Also, this is thick enough that I might, you know, cut it to get 2 lengths out of it. And some more of these card stock cards with the pearlized border. Beautiful. I do a lot of things. There are a lot of different processes I like. The reason that I personally do junk journals is because I do a lot of things. I was a card maker. I started making mini albums and designing mini albums. I'm into mixed media, so I love to do stenciling and pastes and ink and paint. And all of those things combined are like, I can do all of these hobbies and it can be a junk journal. So, you know, the things that I enjoy doing are things that I put in my junk journals, but also other people's stuff inspires me. And so this is something that I wouldn't have bought pearlized card and dyed it, but I love it. And I'm glad Jacqueline does this because it's fantastic. Ooh, look at this. This is my favorite thing. This is vellum. Look at it. So good. It's so like natural and earthy. It almost looks like a grove of trees. There's another one. And then some, free. Pearlized card. Once in a while she'll have something that either gets diseased, gets like cross-contamination of other colors, or it gets ripped somewhere, or she just doesn't like the way it turned out, and she will offer it up for free to the first person that says me in the chat or whatever. So that must be what this is from. I don't quite remember. These are already pre-scored, but of course they were dyed and dried, so I'll probably have to score it again before I fold it. But so that's everything that I got in that order. But let me also show you some of the other things. Okay, I think the crinkling's over. So Jacqueline also sells journal covers. She makes journal covers so that you can just use her cover and add things to it. They're very cute and fun. She does a lot of little chunky ones, and I don't think I've gotten any of those, but she also sells book covers. So these are Reader's Digest books, of course, and because you're paying for the item and shipping, she will sell you a Reader's Digest book and ask you if you want the pages in or out. And so I chose to have it without these two, without pages in them, because I have a lot of pages. So I'm not short on pages. And so she took them out, and she uses this tool that just kind of rips along the seam. Actually, I got this tool, so I'm going to try it out soon. But, and then she left the end papers, which is fantastic because I always try to keep the end papers in when I can. They're in this pile. But so, and it was like $3 for the cover. Well, for the whole book. And so I just really loved this design. And this is fantastic. I think this is going to be a great cover for like a fall journal. I just love these colors. And of course, I love the mod design. So all right. So you can see here, I got some tags. That will just pop right back in there. But these are brown dyed. I always like to get have these little tags. Sometimes I use the well, I'll stamp on them, of course, but sometimes I use the Tim Holtz or whoever rub-ons. Are really fun for these small tags. Here are the end pages. Yeah, see, it was $3 for the book. Fabulous. Fabulous. And so she also sews some pockets. These are purple. These are multi-pockets. So let's see here. She also sells some playing cards. If you don't know, I'm obsessed with playing cards. I really should do a video on just the playing cards that I have in my collection. And while I collect playing cards, I also love the most to put them in junk journals. So there's a pocket here. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. There is an up tuck. I don't usually use an up tuck, but there's one there. Also, you can glue it down just on a couple sides, 2 or 3 sides, and make a pocket back here as well. And you could do it sideways like this, and this is no longer an up tuck, it's just a side. So that's these. I love purple, so I got a bunch of the purple ones. Here's brown. This is like a brown and purple. It's got some blue in there too, almost. I like that one a lot. So there. Here are some pockets from book pages. This one looks like it's maybe 101 Dalmatians. Is that where she's from? Yeah, look at that. Fabulous. Got a bunch of those. Yeah, you can see the Dalmatian dots there, or spots. I got some of these vintage playing cards. I don't know who makes these. I had never seen this one before. I mean, there are a million different card designs, but I look at playing cards a lot, and I had not noticed those before. Here's some more of the big tags. Another small one. More of these. These would be fun to like swatch paste on or something. Some different colors. There's some blue. Ooh, look at this. This is probably raspberry, but look at this. This is like a teal. So good. Orange library cards. If you do color theme journals, or if you do like an orange and purple for Halloween, or red and green for Christmas, or blue for Hanukkah, it's just great because you can just get a few pieces of every color and have I have so many options here. I'm very excited about it. So here are some sewn pockets, and this is that same paper. Is this 36 pound or is it 24? Anyway, this has some texture to it too. That's orange pockets. Got a few of those. The yellow is fantastic. Pink. Green. Ooh, look at this. Friends, I'm not really into grunge or brown, but this is fantastic. Just the way that the color wick, it almost looks like there's blue and purple in there. I just love it. Here is the last one. Here. Look at this. I like this too. When I make tags, the inky tags, I like the big drops. So some book pages that are sewn into large tags. Very cool. This one even has different colored thread on it. I'm reading some of the book, whatever this came from. And this is the end papers for the other Reader's Digest book that I got. Look, stencil dyed. Very neat. This is a pinch, free pinch, and some more pockets. I like the green, apparently. Orange. So if you haven't, please check out Jacqueline's sales. Like I said, every Friday she's taking a couple weeks off, so hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you can be notified of her upcoming sales. I think it's July 17. This is filming this in July, or in June of 26. thank you so much for looking over this stuff with me. I think that you're not going to be disappointed, even if you just stop in, right? And you just see how the sale goes and talk to the friends that are in the chat. It's really fun. We're really kind of goofy and mellow in the chat. And thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.